going to be making zoodles. Zoodles are quick, easy, and easy to customize depending on what you have available in your fridge. Tonight we're going to be using the zucchini we just picked in the garden. We've got red onion, green pepper, cabbage, and some seasonings. The longest part of this whole process is turning your zucchini into your noodles. To do that, you're going to use a noodle maker. So the one I bought, it's the $6 one from Bed Bath & Beyond, but you can feel free to splurge. I kind of wish I would have, but this one does work great. So what you do first is cut off your end, and you just put it in the machine and start twisting it. Now, kind of looks like the zucchini we picked is a little big, so I think we'll be cutting it in quarters just to make it a little bit easier for me to work with. All right, just about there. The struggle is real today. Oh, and one thing I did forget to tell you is we're going to be calling this channel Meatless Mondays, but every day. So the idea will be to provide easy, usually pretty good, meatless meal ideas for you. If we cite any recipes, they'll be included below. But tonight we're just winging it.
A few moments later.
I'm a jackass. I panicked and was zoodling it on the wrong end, so I was convinced it didn't work, and I may or may not have just had a nervous breakdown, but we're back. So make sure you're actually using the sharp edge of the noodler, and then twist. You'll see the noodles are starting to come out of the bottom here. Sometimes when you don't have to cut up the zucchini, you'll get really long noodles, which is fun. Yikes. You also will notice you start to get a core from the noodler. And that's okay. That cooks up easy too. You can also use the spiraler here for carrots. Probably put cabbage through it. I've never tried cabbage though. Like I said, this is going to be the longest part. And this is why you might want to up your game on a better noodler or a quicker one. I think there's actually one that attaches to your KitchenAid, but I have not looked into that. Go to a smaller piece here. And one thing to remember when you're making these is they really cook down. So it might seem like you have a huge pile of noodles you're going to make, but in the end, they cook down to maybe 2/3 to a half of what you think you're going to have. So that's why it's good to have add-ins like the green pepper or even spinach. Like I said, tonight we're going to be using cabbage, green pepper, onions, and then we're going to be seasoning it with Italian seasoning and garlic. This is also a really easy recipe to make vegan. So if you're going to make it vegan, one thing you would want to do instead of using regular butter is use something like this. It's going to be a completely vegan product, which is good for people with lactose issues, or if you just prefer to eat nothing that has anything to do with an animal. This little nub's getting a little hard to work with, so I'm going to switch to another piece. It also comes with this kind of a pusher through. I don't know, I don't typically use that. Maybe my life would be easier if I did though. All right, So see, we're starting to get a lot of nice noodles in there, but this is the longest part of the process. Especially if you keep dropping it. All right. Well, this really is starting to take forever. So while we work on this, we can get our pan heated up. So typically, we're gonna heat it to about medium, and I like to just put olive oil in the pan. And the zoodles cook down pretty quickly, so I'll usually put in the any of the add-ins first, like the onions, the green peppers, things that might take a little bit longer to cook. Those will go in the pan first. A little too fleshy in the middle for me, so I'm actually going to cut that part out and just keep going. All right, so I think I'll make bread out of this half later, and we'll get the onions and the green pepper into the pan. We'll let those cook for maybe 5 minutes before we'll add the zucchini. In the meantime, I'll cut up some of the cabbage I'd like to add in. So we just have some right here. That's sliced up and ready. Then we've got our Italian seasoning, and we've got minced garlic. So that's cooking. Let's see. Clean up a little bit, right? Take, like I said, more than 5 minutes for the onions to get a little bit more soft. Then we'll put a little bit of the garlic in, and the zucchini and the cabbage. If you hear weird noises in the back, I'm really sorry. It's our dog. He is jumping and jumping, trying to get in through the patio door. Yeah, that was him. But he's pretty annoying when you're trying to cook. He's always under your feet hoping you'll drop something. So I'm leaving him outside for now. So here we're typically pretty heavy on the garlic. So I'll put in probably about a tablespoon right now. Separate up some of the cabbage so it cooks nice and even. One thing I realized this year is I really like cabbage. I didn't think I did, but I do. I like it cold, I like it cooked, and I've been feeding it to everybody weekly now. I don't think they mind. Alright, so the garlic is nice and fragrant, so are the onions. So this time I'm going to put the noodles in, or the zoodles. And I'm going to dump the cabbage in right away as well. Give it a good stir to get it coated with the olive oil. To add in, I am actually going to put regular butter into it this time. I like to give it a nice buttery flavor once it starts cooking. Like I said, if you did want to make this vegan, use a vegan butter substitution here. And then I'm putting in just an Italian seasoned blend. So if you didn't feel like having an Italian flavored meal, you could always put in some cumin, some taco seasoning. You could definitely flavor this any way you like. That's one of the nice parts about it. If you had mushrooms, you could add those in. I bet some feta would be good in there too. If you had an extra tomato laying around, you could cut that into here. And that's one of the reasons I like these. They're so forgiving. So we're going to cook the zoodles for maybe 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how full your pan is and how thick your noodles are. So we're going to err on the side of 7 minutes today. So those should be ready in just a few minutes. Let's see if we have some nice crusty bread to serve this with. That would be good. Or some naan, that would be good. All right, we do have some good crusty bread left over from fondue this week. So we'll get out a bread knife and cut that up. Toast it as well. I'm not going to, but you could. Almost ready, and they smell great. Sorry if you still hear the dogs. So I'm going to try to come in and make a video weekly. Always trying something different. Gotta do different things. Keep it interesting, right? Hopefully the videos start getting better too. When I'm not a big pile of train wreck nerves over here. Alright, in just about 1 minute this will be done. And then it'll be dinner time. Have it. Zoodles with cabbage and onions and, well, a side of bread. Hope you guys have a great night.